By the end of this video, you'll know the 7 best exercises that'll help you feel better, live longer, and stay strong and energized for the rest of your life. And the best part, you don't need a gym, any fancy equipment, or even more than 15 minutes in a day. What you need is a simple, science-backed plan that'll protect your joints, build functional strength, and boost your longevity. If you want real health span, not just lifespan, this is where to start. Here's how we'll break it down. We're covering 7 essential movements. I'll explain why each one matters, how to do it properly, and a few surprising benefits that a lot of people miss. And at the end, I'll also share 2 bonuses. The first is a small tweak that can help you get more benefits from all of these exercises. And the second is the most powerful pre-workout that I've ever come across. My name's Andrew. I'm a personal trainer and a nutrition coach, and I live and breathe this stuff. Let's jump in. Number 1 is bodyweight squats. And even 10 squats can make a difference. But here's why. You were designed to squat. It's a natural movement that your body wants to do. And squats activate some of your biggest muscle groups. Your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings. They boost your metabolism, they improve your testosterone, and they help you regulate your blood sugar. Plus, they're joint friendly, they're low impact, and they require 0 equipment. There's actually a fascinating study that highlights the benefits of squats, where they tracked 2 groups of overweight males over the course of a day. Both groups sat for 8 hours to simulate a working day. And at the end of the day, one group went for a 30-minute walk, but the other group, they stood up and they did 10 bodyweight squats every 45 minutes throughout the day. And the results were pretty crazy. Despite spending less total time moving, the group that did the squats had better glucose control, suggesting it was doing more for their metabolism than going for a 30-minute walk. This also highlights another really important element to exercise, which is that frequency matters more than just time frame. Now, when you're doing squats, you want to try and get deep into the squats and keep your back straight and your chest up. The bottom line is, this is a really simple movement with a massive impact. The second exercise is planks. Most core exercises target surface muscles, but planks go much deeper. Planks are a form of an isometric hold. That means your body stays still, but your entire core fires up. Your abs, your obliques, your lower back, even your glutes and your shoulders. This helps you stabilize your spine, improve your posture, and it reduces the risk of back pain. Try keeping your elbows shoulder width apart, pinching your shoulder blades a little bit, and keeping your palms face up. You don't want to be sinking down. You want to be activating your full core and squeezing your glutes. Try starting with 30 seconds and building up to 2 minutes over time. And if you want some variety, you can add side planks, single leg lifts, shoulder taps, or even slow mountain climbers. Exercise number 3 is a glute bridge. Glutes are a core component to your body's engine. But if you sit for a big portion of the day, they just shut off entirely. And they can be really hard to wake back up. That's where glute bridges shine. They improve your hip mobility, strengthen your posterior chain, and they can help protect your back from injury. They're also one of the most powerful exercises to counteract poor posture, especially if you sit at a desk or you end up driving a lot. Keep your feet shoulder width apart, your knees at a 90-degree angle, and you want your arms to be straight down, but your hands out to the sides. Try slow reps and squeeze at the top, even holding for 3 to 5 seconds. Trust me, you will feel the difference. And if you want even more stability and glute activation, you can keep a ball or a yoga block between your knees and squeeze. Exercise number 4 are burpees with a double push-up. This one is a beast with a patriotic backstory. The burpee was invented by Royal H. Burpee in 1939 as a simple test of fitness. In World War II, it became a military staple. The US Army used it to assess the readiness of recruits. And some people even called it a country saver because burpees are a good way to build and maintain full body power. The push-up adds upper body and core strength, and done in the right frequency, they jack up your heart rate and they mimic sprint intervals without the risk of injury. I prefer 2 push-ups between each jump because it really gets the upper body going. Whether it's 1 or 2 push-ups, the ideal burpee has you jumping from that push-up into a squat position and then doing a squat with a little jump at the top. It's a complex movement, and if you can't do the full version, don't worry about it. Just step it back. You don't need to jump through it, and you can do them slow and controlled. The point of doing these is to make progress, not aim for perfection. Number 5 is standing single leg toe touches. Because movement longevity is not just about strength, it's about control. And this exercise is incredible for helping you train your balance, improve your ankle stability, your hamstring flexibility, and your glute strength, all at once. The sad reality is, falls are one of the leading causes of death in older adults. And they usually happen because people lose their stability, their mobility, and their balance. This movement protects against all of that. So think of it like an insurance policy as you get into older age. Stand on one leg and try and bend down and touch your toe using the arm on the same side. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you could also try and use the arm on the other side. The important thing is you go slow, you keep your knees slightly bent, you don't want to overextend, and start by doing it next to a wall just in case you need it. Alternate sides and aim for quality over quantity. The sixth one on this list is dead hangs, ideally with some pull-ups mixed in. Gravity is compressing and pushing down on your spine all day, every day. Dead hangs help you decompress it. Dead hangs basically just involve holding at the bottom of a pull-up. And just 30 seconds of hanging will stretch your lats, open up your shoulders, and can help reduce back tension. It also helps strengthen your grip, which is a seriously underrated marker for longevity. In fact, weaker grip strength has been correlated with higher risk of death. Maybe that sounds absurd, but it's all the more reason to be doing these. You could use a pull-up bar, a tree branch, or just find a local playground. You want to hang in a relaxed state and breathe deeply into your diaphragm. The bottom line is, if you can hang for 60 seconds, regardless of your age, you're in a pretty solid place. And if you can't, it's something to work up to. The seventh exercise on this list is walking, but not just any walking. Brisk walking or hiking outside is where the magic happens. Walking is something that all of our ancestors were forced to do. And when we were hunter-gatherers, many humans were walking 10 to 20 or even more miles per day. Walking is easy on the joints, it's great for your heart, your lungs, and even your mind. And if you can do it outside, it gets you exposed to sunlight, which boosts your blood vessel function, your vitamin D, your immune health, and obviously your mood. Harvard researchers have found that people who walk daily have a 40% lower risk of heart disease. And walking consistently improves VO2 max, which is another key predictor of your lifespan. Think of walking like active meditation. Aim for 30 minutes a day, preferably with some sunlight and some nature. Your body will thank you. All right, now we're at the bonus section, and here's a secret most people overlook. When you exercise, you want to try and limit the amount that you're breathing through your mouth. If you're over mouth breathing, it can lead to hyperventilation. And that doesn't mean you have a panic attack, but it does mean you're actually absorbing less oxygen. And ultimately, this leads you to fatigue more easily, and at the end of your exercise, it can actually lead you to be stressed out. On the other hand, nasal breathing while you exercise increases nitric oxide production and oxygen uptake. So we're talking about improved blood flow, increased oxygen delivery, and better overall endurance. It also keeps you calm by reducing stress hormones, and it'll help you build better lung and cardiovascular capacity over time. Same exact exercises, but higher return on your investment. Who doesn't want that? So whether you're squatting, walking, or just hanging, try to keep your mouth closed. By just breathing through your nose, you're gonna get more out of all of these exercises without changing anything else. And who doesn't want higher return on their time investment? Oh, last but not least, unless you're going for a walk with some friends, don't talk on the phone while you're exercising. Focus on your breathing. It makes a huge difference. The second bonus I promised is one of the best pre-workouts I've ever found. Forget the chemical-packed powders. If you want clean energy for a killer workout, try this combination. 1 tablespoon of honey, a pinch of sea salt, 5 grams of creatine, and a teaspoon of baking soda. The honey gives you fast fuel. The salt helps with hydration and nerve function. The creatine boosts your strength, your power, and your recovery. And the baking soda helps buffer against lactic acid buildup during the exercise. I try to take it somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes before I move, and it's a game changer. You now have the 7 best exercises for a stronger and longer life. You don't need a gym, you don't need 90 minutes a day, you just need the right plan and some consistency. If this helped you, please share it with somebody you care about. And help me by subscribing to the channel so that I can keep making videos on science-backed strategies that'll help you improve your health span and your lifespan. I appreciate you for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.